Hello everybody, this is Ben for the Blue Monday podcast. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I have just witnessed Ipswich 2, Brentford 0, and that is the 5th win on the trot, the 4th in the league, and apparently, according to my information, Ipswich Town are 2nd in the table after 4 games. What a start. Let's go through the teams. Obviously decimated with injuries, no centre-backs, so as we expected, an entire back four of full-backs. Bart in goal, Iorfa right back, Spence and Knudsen were the centre-halves, Kenlock back at left back after his stinking game against Barnsley. More from him later because he responded very well. In midfield, Skews and Ward in the centre, Sears going down the right, Waghorn down the left, Garner and McGoldrick up front. Brentford missing, obviously, Woods. We heard the bad news about what happened in his private life. And the big news for Brentford, no Yotta, not even in the squad. So expect him to be sold very soon, we would think. Now the game starts and you're going to notice a pattern here very swiftly that Brentford pretty much dominated. Well, I don't even want to say the entire first half, the entire game, possession-wise. But for everybody who's sitting around me in the stand saying what a good side they are, the object of football is to score more goals than the other team. You are not a good side if you do not do that consistently. So I would argue the point. So corner to Brentford, 1 minute. Makoto smashes it right foot, just wide, but full dive there. Mopai with a weak shot on 3. Lovely ball by Skews here. Sears cuts in, dribbles, and he can't quite find Garner. McGoldrick gives it away in the midfield on 8. Can't quite squeeze the through ball up front for Mopai. On the 11th minute, space down the left across to Yanaris. Should have hit it first time. Knudsen gets in to have the block. Couple of corners from Brentford then. At this point, we're 15 minutes in there, well on top. Mopai has a weak volley at Bart. Quick free kick chipped in. Chance for Brentford on the back stick. Switch to Watkins, he works it onto his right foot, shoots near post. Good save this one by Bart, gets down well. Kenlock here with a great ball for Sears down the line. Bit of an odd one this, Sears kind of dribbles it and I think he's expecting to be taken down the line. Kind of goes in on goal and has a bad touch. Waghorn is very well positioned. Again, we see the value of having a striker playing in a wide right midfield position and then coming in. Always seems to be in the box, Waghorn. Great run from Iorfa here, the best we've seen of his pace, kind of really takes Maxim Collin out. 29th minute, free kick in the Millwall position here, keeper touches it over, Ward overhits it. First maybe 2 minutes of pressure from Ipswich there on 29. Mopai going through, a horrible punch by Bart, he doesn't really get anything on it and he takes Mopai out. He did just get there first, but probably close-ish to a penalty. Now the very odd first goal, the first of 2 odd goals today. Skews wins it in midfield, breaks forward. McGoldrick takes it inside. Skews runs outside of him. Now Skews makes the run forward, but probably doesn't want to receive the ball. McGoldrick could have played him in. He cuts inside and he gets bumped by a Brentford player, goes down. Now I must confess, at this point, I'm looking at the referee. The referee gives it one of those, no penalty. They've just come together, collided, no foul, no dive, no nothing. So the ball would seemingly have just run through to Waghorn and he's prodded it in for his 4th goal. There's no advantage here because the ref gave no decision, so I don't know whether the we'll have to check the replays here. I don't know whether the Brentford players stopped, but Waghorn's still alert and he pokes it in for his 4th goal. And you would say this goal is crushingly against the run of play, but is possession 9/10 of the law? If you don't score and win, then it isn't. So although Brentford would feel, you know, how on earth are we losing? You've got to score. Sawyers gets booked on 41, and also on 41, someone fill me in, for the first time in probably about a year, I hear the North Stand sing Mick McCarthy's name. So that's a nice moment and a kind of big shift on how well things have been going this year. Double chance for Brentford here, probably their best of the game. Sawyers works it in the penalty area. Bart makes the save, comes out to Yanaris on the edge of the box, smashes the shot in, hits the bar, unlucky there. McGoldrick dribble and shot to the near post. We could have gone in at half-time 2-0 up. Normally when McGoldrick gets in that position where, you know, he's often pretty deadly there, takes the guy, and think about the Luton goal, similar position to that. 2-0 would have really flattered us, but there you go. Now, Sawyers has been booked. Mapai gets a yellow now, and in a bit kind of pantomime villainy. And you could see Brentford starting to get ruffled. So Mick changes nothing at half time, and nothing really changes. Brentford come out, 47th minute, Spence blocks. They're coming down the left. He kind of clears it out. And it's one of those ones where you've seen own goals from that position. Yunaris puts it over from the corner. On the 50th minute here, McGoldrick robs Dean. It's really clever from McGoldrick. The ball comes out of the sky and McGoldrick kind of gambles that he's going to have a heavy touch. He robs it from him, goes down the line, takes it to the goal line, crosses it in and wins the corner. Now, Ward, of 2 assists on Tuesday at Millwall, takes the corner. Garner with a free header, and goal line technology klaxon. Looks like Yunaris has made a nice clearance from off the goal line. The referee points to his watch, points back to halfway, and he's given a goal. So one for you trivia nerds there. Goal line technology gives goal at Portman Road for the first time ever, and it's 2-0. So Waghorn scored again, Garner's scored again, Ward's got another assist, McGoldrick's got another assist. These front players are doing the business, and it's 2-0. So now the kind of dynamic of the game really changes, because Brentford can't really swagger around anymore now, pinging it about on the edge of our box. They're losing 2-0. They have to score. Josefson, or Jefferson, I can't pronounce this guy's name, shot straight at Bart. Garner, good work down the left here. Comes into Skews. Are we going to get the fabled Skews goal? As rare as anything, just wide, either deflected or saved. Skews was good, by the way. Knudsen, last-ditch header to stop. Jefferson at the back post. I'm going to settle on that as his name. Ipswich win a corner. Now, strange little cameo from Lasse Vibe here. Mapai comes out probably on the basis that he may have got sent off. And Vibe comes in on 61. Now, he's only going to last 10 minutes here. Bart with an incredibly strange punch here. Bart wasn't himself today. He had a couple of dreadful kicks and interesting punches. We're going to blame the sunlight and say that Bart is lovely and he's player of the year and everything, but well, we'll talk about him at the end. Kenlock, long ball over here. Garner's in, and Barbe makes an incredible last-ditch tackle here. Garner doing such a great job up against the entire back four really well. Everyone else defends. Waghorn out, Downs in, so Mick manages to balance up the team now as Ward goes over to the right. Makoto with a tame shot at Bart. Garner breaking forward again. Really clever cross here, weights it well, but Sears can't quite get on the end of it. Sears, who probably ran over 10 kilometres today for sure. Now, the back four loses Vibe. This is the only really dodgy moment from this back four in the entire game, really. They lose the flight of the ball. Vibe goes in, lovely volley first time, and Bart tips it out. He kind of doesn't know where he is, so safely tips it out. And Vibe must have injured himself doing it, so strange one there. So Vibe on 61, off on 72. Joffersoon out now, Clark in. Kenlock takes a booking. Corner to Ipswich, Neidham in from McGoldrick, corner to Brentford, and then Sears out and Rowe in. And really from sort of 77 minutes, Ipswich see it out. So this incredible start continues, and now we really have to talk about the character of this squad. Hughes out, Adeyemi out, Dazelle, massive devastating injury. Webster gets injured at Luton, Smith gets injured in training, Chambers, the captain, the bionic man, gets injured at Millwall, plays on and then drops out for this game. It's the 5th win in a row. It's an entire back four of fullbacks. I think everyone today will be singing the praises of Spence, Knudsen and Skews for really just an excellent defensive game of running, tracking, tackling, not losing your man, concentrating, and particularly from Knudsen and Spence, heading stuff away, clearing stuff away. I'll check out the numbers ahead of the podcast tomorrow. Kenlock really, really happy, and I can say it now, he was dreadful against Barnsley. He's come back in today, he's had a good game, and he seems to have added a little bit of good passing into his game, a couple of nice direct balls broke the Brentford defence a couple of times. I offer again in at right back. I think I prefer him at wing back, but he did the job. It's a clean sheet with no centre halves. You can't grumble with that. Skews, I don't know what's happened. He's having an excellent time this season. Really wasn't a fan of his at all last season, and he seems to be either enjoying the fact that he's not now being used as some kind of playmaking player, and that there's a threat in possession from other places. He's playing very, very well. Ward has picked up another assist. People can say about players floating in and out of games, but Tom Lawrence did this last year. You can say he was quiet, but you put the numbers on the board. That's what we weren't doing last year. Ward now has 3 assists, which will put him very high up in the league. Maybe top. I know Jota had 3 going into today, so we shall see there. Down the sides, Waghorn. He's playing this very interesting role of defending and then scoring a goal every game. So he must be the top scorer in the league now. I don't know the other results. He has got 4 goals. And down the other side, Sears, you just cannot criticise this guy's running, tackling. He does so much. I wish when in the 70th plus minute he gets a chance to attack, he's not knackered because he's been defending the whole game. McGoldrick was fine. He is still, in games like that, our best chance of holding on to the ball. And obviously, you know, he did the work for the second goal and he got the assist for the first one, fortuitous or whatever. He made a difference. He's putting the numbers on the board this year. That's what we were asking for. Less fluff, more action. And Garner, I would say for 45 minutes to about 65, Garner was excellent. He was battering them about, doing his normal winding up there, and he got another goal. I think most people would probably just have Knudsen or Skews or Spence maybe ahead of him, but Garner certainly, in terms of decisiveness, actually winning the game, would be a shout for best player today. But I think most people would say what really won us the game is a very resolute defensive show from particularly Knudsen, Spence, and Skews in that little triangle there. Although the whole team has to work hard for that clean sheet. I'm slightly concerned about Bart. He didn't seem himself today. He hooked to his line for lots of crosses. Maybe we can blame the sun. Again, some interesting kicking. So let's hope Bart can get his form from last season back. So, wow. 4 wins out of 4 in the league, 5 wins out of 5 in all competition. Clean sheet there. Hopefully now some of these guys deserve a rest at Crystal Palace on Tuesday. We know that Heim is not going to be there. We know that Hughes is going to play on Tuesday. We don't know much else, although I don't know who the hell he's going to play in defence. We shall see. But long may it continue. Great to hear Mick's name chanted again. Great result. Great start. Palace on Tuesday, rest some guys. Let's see if we can get through Fulham. We thought that Brentford and Fulham would be the 2 games where we have the ball the least out of the whole season. So we've got one of them out of the way, and maybe we'll have some more midfielders available. Certainly Hughes Adeyemi should be back. Although, watch this space for a new centre-half on loan, possibly on Monday. Although if I was Knudsen or Spence, I'd be thinking, well, I've done a pretty good job the past couple of games. Great stuff. If you enjoy these videos, please subscribe to me at Benjamin Bloom. Give it a thumbs up. Give me a comment. Let me know if you think I'm getting carried away. If you think I've got anything right, wrong, let me know what you think. Listen to our podcast, the Blue Monday podcast. You can get from Acast. Just type in Blue Monday I2C. You can get from iTunes. We'll be back on Monday. Probably very, very excited with that. And Jesus, what the hell's happening? 5 wins out of 5. Does it get any better than this? Hopefully. See you soon.